we all think that we know what we're doing when we talk about leave sanctions, remove sanctions, or do them partially. And we allude to accountability, but really we don't have all of the information, all of the intelligence that we need to really understand the conflicting groups and who's doing what.
What is confusing to me based on what you just said is why you would introduce amendment then to fully repeal the Caesar Act, which applies the sanctions, if in fact you are concerned that we don't have all the information on the ground and there may be problems that arise. You could have a coup tomorrow. Why would you introduce an amendment then to fully repeal the sanction?
I think that your amendment does something that is not complete, and giving a little bit of money to the Syrian government is a throwaway. It does not really accomplish what you think it will accomplish. I do believe we need to, first of all, know and understand what is going on and then fully remove the sanctions so that those in charge have the accountability and we can move forward.
You can look at Iran to see that sanctions actually do, in fact, work. The fact is that at the end of the Trump administration, Iran was broke. Under the Biden administration, they had an increase of revenue to the tune of $200 billion because of an illicit oil trade with China that was permitted to move ahead. That is what funded Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthis and other terror proxies. That's what supported and propped up Assad in Syria. That is what funded their ballistic missiles program that was used to indiscriminately target civilian populations in Israel and what funded their nuclear ambitions. So when we look at the totality of this, sanctions actually do play a pivotal role. Now, we have to be realistic about the situation on the ground. We want Syria to succeed. We want the new regime to be able to move forward and actually form a stable government. You want to entirely eliminate sanctions. It's contradictory at best, and it doesn't really make sense. And so what I would say is what we are trying to accomplish here is to ensure that a sanctions regime is not completely eliminated, that there are conditions and benchmarks on the ground that have to be met so that we do hold this new Syrian government accountable, that they are in fact making decisions and taking actions that create a much better and more stable situation in Syria. The worst thing that could happen is that we pass your amendment, obliterate the sanctions, and tomorrow you have a coup in Syria. Then what?